So retaining users is obviously really important for the success of your app. So it's important to know why your users aren't returning or why they're deleting your app in the first place. So in general, we download a lot of apps in the hope they're going to be useful to us one day, but then end up deleting them a few weeks later. And it's not a case of us simply forgetting about the app. There are many reasons that actually come into play here. Such as app crashes and slow loading times. None of us like to sit and wait for something to load, and our patience for apps is no different. In fact, we have less patience with apps because we expect things immediately all the time. And users also find it incredibly annoying when an app has too many adverts, for example, particularly when they accidentally click on one and sent to a completely different site. This becomes very annoying and interrupts the task they're trying to achieve in the first place. And finally, one of the biggest annoyances to users is long and complex sign-up processes. As mentioned a second ago, we expect things to be quick and simple, and long sign-up forms and complex sign-up processes become very frustrating, especially when they've downloaded an app and are ready to use it for what they intended in the first place. So it becomes very important to understand why your users are actually abandoning your app in the first place. And how you can probably rectify that. So one of the first obviously tasks to do is obviously asking your users for feedback and understanding what they want or what they expect from your app. And once you've got a better idea of why they're abandoning your app and why they're uninstalling it, you can rectify it. For example, if it's the performance of the app that's annoying them, then make sure all the bugs are fixed, even before launch, and make sure all the pages are optimized to load fast. Similarly, if they're getting annoyed by too many adverts, be smart with the adverts. You may need to include them to monetize your app, but be careful with placement and frequency so not to over-annoy your users. You can also do additional things such as introducing push notifications, and in recent research there has been studies that have proven that regular push notifications can actually boost app retention by over 20%. Obviously, make sure they're not too annoying and too often. Make sure they're personalised and relevant to your users. Not only that, you've also got to ensure that you're actually bringing your users something of value through your app, and what makes your app stand out above your competitors. Especially if they're paying to use your app, you've got to make sure that you're giving them reason to stay. And finally, just keep your app fresh. Keep updating your content, bringing new features, and actually listen to what your users want in the first place.